W2H Rut Club Radio.
Hey everybody, this is Rut Club Radio, brought to you by the Where to Hunt podcast. I'm Eric. Greg did not make it here for Rut Club Radio today, but he'll be here soon for the full podcast. And I'm just cracking an Oktoberfest here to get things started. Sorry for the awkward me sitting there staring at the computer screen. I'm trying to get this thing to go live on Instagram, and it just, for some reason, doesn't want to work. So I'm just still putzing with that. I don't know what the deal is. It's really pretty annoying, actually. I don't know why. It gives me such a damn hard time. Anyway, hope everybody's having a great week so far and enjoyed the weekend. Not sure if everyone got out to do some hunting. We're definitely picking up steam as the season kind of progresses. So I'm excited to hear from you guys and gals that might be tuning in. I'd love to get some calls coming in today on the show to hear what kind of activity you're seeing and where. If you've been out, or do you have trail cam data? Like, you know, how's your season starting off so far? I'm just that, and I don't want to sit here and talk to myself all night. So we're gonna run the Rut Club Radio segment through until 6:15. And for those that don't know, it's brought to you by Heated Hunts. Let me get my fancy notepad here that I always forget that I have. Go on over to heatedhunts.com, and you can enter in code where the number 2 in the word hunt, and you're going to save 10% off of some of their products. They have some great stuff. They just released a new kids book, which is kind of cool. Additionally, by calling into the show, you are going to get entered into winning some of their stuff. So we'll do a drawing of all of the callers that called in for the month at the end of the month, and we'll draw a winner from all of the people that have called in throughout the month. We'll do that every month. So if you want to win some Heated Hunt stuff, like pick up the phone, the number's on the screen, it's in the post. Like, we'd love to hear from you. That's the whole point of this show. This is not my show. This is your show. And I want to hear from everybody else because you have way more to say than I do. And it'll be good to have a good conversation, especially if you want to go crack a cold one. Otherwise, I'm just going to drink this beer by myself, I guess. It is good. It's got some, like, pretty interesting flavor. Oh, nope. I'm still trying to get Instagram live also, by the way. So I'm going to keep tinkering with that. Hopefully I can get it. I don't know why it's such a pain. Sometimes it works like right away and half the time it doesn't. There we go. We got it. Oh my God. Boom. All right. So now I can stop messing around with that. So we're also going to be live on Instagram. So maybe that'll get some folks to call in. I know there's only a few of you in the Facebook room here so far. There we go. I had to mute that. I think there's like a big lag also. So I did go hunting. Let's see. On Friday, I got done with work early afternoon, and I met up with Greg at his place in Jefferson County. And we geared up and went and hit some public land based on the wind. I think the spot that we had picked to enter on was one of the few spots that would work that wind, although it was kind of shifting directions a bit, so it didn't really matter. We kind of just screwed no matter where we sat from a wind standpoint. I didn't see anything. I didn't kick anything up. No activity anywhere except for, like, there were a couple times my heart got racing. I'm not kidding you because of frickin' squirrels. Leave it to the first sit of the season for me to get my heart thromping from a couple of tree kangaroos, man. My gosh, those squirrels are so loud at times. I thought for sure that a buck was coming down. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. And it wasn't. So that was stupid. And they always seem to pick you out of a tree and get all, like, you know, goofy and stupid. So that's the only thing I really saw. I didn't see much other wildlife either, honestly. Greg said he had seen, or he kicked up a couple deer. No knowing what it was, he made an assumption that maybe one was a buck because it was by itself. Otherwise, he had kicked up 2 others. They could have been does. Hard to know. But just no opportunity at all to even, like, see something, get excited other than, you know, the squirrels, and no opportunity to draw back or anything. But it was, at least out in this neck of the woods, it was a really beautiful day last Friday. It felt good to get out in the stand. everything went pretty smooth. Got the climbing sticks up 20 feet. Got into a good tree. Honestly, it was pretty comfortable. My safety harness on. Just a good set. The bugs weren't even that bad. Like the mosquitoes weren't bad at all. So like that's a big deal for me at least, as everyone that has listened to the show ever knows how much I hate mosquitoes. Also, by the way, I'm Googling something really quick. Michigan mosquito virus 2020. What is going on, Michigan? 2020 EEE outbreak information. As of September 18th, what is this? Eastern equine encephalitis has been confirmed in 29 horses in 12 counties in Michigan, and additional animal cases are under investigation. To date, there is one confirmed human case in Berry County. What the hell is going on in Michigan? I mean, come on, it's bad enough we got to deal with this pandemic that's just still causing havoc all over the place, but now we have deadly mosquitoes. So I think there's like a mandate that people actually couldn't leave their house to go outside at night in fear of getting bit by one of these things that's carrying this. So 32 confirmed animal cases in 13 counties, 30 equine and 2 deer. To date, there is one confirmed human case in Berry County. There is an EE vaccine available for horses, but not people. Protecting horses with approved EEE vaccines is an important prevention measure. I'm reading this off of the Michigan .gov website. They have a page for their emerging disease issues. So that's where I'm getting this from, right? I'm just reading off the website because no one's called in yet, and I have to do something to keep myself entertained here. In effort to prevent spread of the Eastern equine encephalitis, MDHHS has announced plans to conduct aerial mosquito control treatment in certain high-risk areas of Michigan. To prevent the loss of life and protect the public health, MDHS has determined a target aerial treatment plan is necessary when there are high rates of animal infections. Humans are just at risk. It's one of the most dangerous mosquito-borne diseases in the U.S. with a 33% fatality rate in people who become ill. That's nuts. People who can be infected with it from one bite of a mosquito carrying the virus, persons younger than the age of 15 or over the age of 50 are at the greatest risk of severe disease following infection. More than 25% of the nation's EEE cases last year were diagnosed in Michigan. What the hell is going on? And we're pretty close to Michigan here in Wisconsin, so I don't really know like what the deal is. That's crazy. I just heard about this recently, so as someone that hates mosquitoes, I hate them more. Oh, I did get to try out my heated hunt scent dispenser. It didn't bring anything in this time around, unfortunately. And based on the wind, I actually thought it was going to be of good use to maybe even cover up some of my scent a little bit, at least kind of mute mine a little bit or like drown it out, make it a little less prominent. But man, just nothing in sight. We've been seeing some good deer on trail cams. I think Greg's running like 6 or 7 trail cams, and he keeps sending me pictures, and they're looking pretty good for the most part. But just, we had some in daylight, and most of the pictures he sent just recently were at night, so nothing showing daylight stuff. I don't know. I'd like to know where everyone else is hunting, not specifically where you're hunting, but like what state. Maybe what county, if you're willing to forego that information. And, what are you seeing? What's your season been like so far? Go ahead and call in. I don't know, people are like with their kids or their family eating dinner. I don't know if this is a good time for this. But 262-757-4122 is the phone number. Look, I'd love to hear from you. So otherwise, I don't think there's much else. I'm still reading this Eastern equine encephalitis. Animal treatment. Let's see here. I don't know if this sentence doesn't make any damn sense. It's talking about like where they're treating it. Calhoun was partially treated and will be on tonight's schedule, September 22nd for completion. More than 373,000 acres have been treated to date. I think we should just do this every year regardless. Let's just kill all the freaking mosquitoes. It doesn't even say what this aerial treatment is like. Please refer to the county level aerial treatment maps for more detailed identified zone locations. Fascinating. Let's see. Boom. Let's see if we can see what this map looks like. Aerial treatment map zone includes Oakland County, Livingston County, Calhoun County, and then this is a treatment map. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my God. I don't want to look at all this. This is nuts. I don't know anything about Michigan. Nope, wrong way. Here we go. So that's the county, and that's where they've treated the area. It looks like there's a lot more going on over here, but okay. Fascinating. What about this map? There we go. This is not good. Treatment completed partially, and treatment is happening. It seems like they got quite a bit going on here already. What an impossible feeling task. I wonder what the impacts of this are going to be. Like, to just kill a bunch of mosquitoes, like, does that have an impact on the ecosystem there at all? I have no clue what I'm talking about, for the record, everybody. No clue at all. Who wants to call in and say hi? Come on. Who wants to chat about their deer season so far, or lack thereof? Maybe you've been shooting your bow, hopefully. I know last week I talked about how I'm most confident. I'm the most confident I've ever been with my bow setup to date. I'm rocking the HHA Tetra single pin sight, the Vector Custom Shop arrows with the Ethics insert outsert system, and the QAD fixed broadheads. I'm hopeful that it'll do some damage. It's coming in to total weight at 505 grains. I know that's not like the heaviest setup. I think that's probably heavier than what I was doing last year for sure, because I really didn't do any of this stuff last year at all. I had no insert outsert on there or anything like that, so I'm certain I'm at least heavier. But I've been hearing some good things now that people are starting to use Vector arrows. There's been some Western hunts that have been kind of captured and documented, and it looks like it's going well so far. And elk are obviously big animals, so should do wonders on a whitetail. Bill's driving. Trev, what's up, dude? Sorry, I'm just like, fishing for calls here. Trev, I know you typically you bailed me out of a couple of these. And if you have kids in the car driving, I wouldn't be able to do that either. It wouldn't go well. But I don't know. I am drinking a beer, so life isn't terrible. I don't know. I mean, going forward here, I've told my wife that I want to hunt as much as I possibly can this season. So that might, if I can hunt every weekend, that would be ideal. And then maybe a few weekdays, and then some time off during the rut, that Friday and Monday surrounding the weekend. I think weekdays are pretty interesting. Like, there was no one else out that, we'd come across on Friday. So if you can get out on the weekday, like, you're, I think, probably in a better position from a hunting pressure standpoint. You're going to see less people, run into less hunters. You might have a better opportunity at something that way. However, like, we just did a tactic talk with Cody DeQuisto this last week that we aired. I think it was Saturday morning, because I want to get on the woods on Friday, so I don't want to be producing that. So I dropped it Saturday morning, and he talked about how, like, he approaches hunting pressure, and he just doesn't really pay attention to it at all. He just does what he's going to do regardless of if there's 2 people or 20 people on the property. He doesn't really care. He's still going to do his thing, which I thought was pretty interesting. However, he also, my dog is just barking. He also talked about like leveraging that to your advantage where you can. So if you do know where other people are, if you have an idea, that's a bit trickier. I think you're making a lot of assumptions about, you have to be really confident that you know where the deer are bedding, where they're feeding, the times they're moving, the wind direction. There's a lot of things to take into account. And then you add the hunting pressure on top of that. And maybe you can make some guesses on where the deer are going to get pushed. But, Tanzan, I know I just saw you on Instagram a minute ago. You're going up to, was it Ocon? I forgot. Something with an O County forest. Drawing a total blank. But I know you're going up to the Wisconsin North Woods to do some hunting this weekend. So I'd love to hear from you next week to see how that goes for you, man. I wonder how many acres it is that you're hunting. Like, it's hard to hunt big woods. I know one of the topics we're going to be covering on Tactic Talk soon is big woods. We're also going to try to do some hunting from the ground. So we got some guests that we're poking at and some big ones too. We're going to try to line up to really kind of help educate people on how to like take a tactical approach and provide some good content there. So this content is not going great because we have no calls. However, I think I make up for it with the other stuff we're doing. And by the way, if you haven't heard the recent memorable hunt from Bill at Spartan Forge, it's a pretty good story about one-eyed buck. And the buck that at least I was calling it the gangster buck. It just took a couple steps after getting shot and then flopped over like those memes where it's like, or it's a YouTube video. I should just find one and I'll share it because, no one's calling in yet. So let me find one real quick. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Gangsta. I don't know what it is. Gangster, glasses, and joint. So like there's always this moment when something gets totally gangster. Oh, it's Thug Life. Dude, that's what it is. All right, well, we do have a caller. So the moment I go to play a YouTube video, let's see who we got. Hey, you're live on the Where to Hunt podcast. This is Rut Club Radio. What's going on?
What's up, Eric? It's Trev.
Oh, what's up, Trev? Chevy Big Blocks?
No, I said big bucks.
Dude, my auto screen is god awful. It says Chevy Big Blocks. And I'm like, okay, well that makes sense,
Nope, big bucks is what I said, but
I mean, do you rock a Chevy Big Block? I mean, that could be a thing,
Yeah, I guess. I'm not much of the motor guy. I don't really know how they work.
Me neither, dude. I used to turn wrenches in high school, but anyway, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? Like, what do you got going on out on the East Coast and in Connecticut? What are you seeing?
Man, our season came here September 15th. Things have kind of been pretty cool, actually. Been finding actually some starts to some scrapes and some rubs. So it's actually kind of cool to find that, and been hunting those pretty hard we actually had white oaks dropping acorns here for the first time in actually 3 years. So we've actually been able to hunt some of the hardwoods real hard and actually know what our food sources are.
Is that bringing them out during the day?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of good buck movement during the day still in the early season because they're still on the feed to bed pattern. And you actually are seeing them during the day more.
That's a big deal.
A lot of big bucks have been dropping around here. A lot of people. I mean, I had a buddy yesterday who actually had a deer in the probably 130, 140 class that still had full velvet on.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah. Yep. Still getting trail camera pictures, seeing floating around the guys that still have velvet on, and so it's pretty crazy actually.
Wow, man, that's super cool. There's it's really hard to like be on social and seeing that, and it starts to drive you kind of crazy. Like I actually have made a point this season to not do as much of that because I start to get really weird. Like you get that, it's not competitive, but you start to get like this FOMO, like fear of missing out thing that starts to like perpetuate. Oh, it's not me.
I think I'm with you there, Eric, and that's kind of like I've dropped off a lot of the local Facebook pages for that reason, because I think that seems to drive your whole entire season, and you're always trying to catch up with that whole fear of missing out kind of thing.
Yep, and then you just start to go kind of crazy. I don't know, like
you're like,
I got friends. Did you see the Wisconsin Rut Report? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not checking that. Like, I didn't see it. Don't show it to me. It's not good for my health.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree with you, because you're like, oh, well, I got to do this or I got to do that because they're doing this or they're doing that. I think if you kind of just keep your nose to the grind and just keep doing what you're doing, you'll be successful.
Yep. Just do your thing, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you getting out this weekend or what?
But there's definitely some good. What's that?
Are you getting out this weekend coming up?
Yeah, actually, I'm getting out tomorrow. Getting able to hunt tomorrow. I hunted today. Some good movement. still they're hitting those. It's able to get on some of the food plots. I had 19 in the food plot last night, and for the East Coast, that's huge.
Wow.
That's giant. It's a lot. So it's kind of cool. I mean, this season's kind of been really good with it. We had 2 real mild winters, and a lot of good deer on the ground. And hopefully, I'm still kind of chasing bucks. I got that in my mind past a couple of does, but.
So you haven't taken a doe yet?
It's 37 degrees here right now.
What? Really?
What's that?
37.
Yeah, the past 3 nights got down to 37 degrees.
Wow, man! Like it was beautiful last week, like 60s, and this week we're cranking up to the 80s again. So we're still in that transition from summer to fall, and it just doesn't know what it wants to do. And then I think next week we drop down to the 50s. So
that'll get the deer on their feet, moving and feeding.
yeah, and hopefully it'll, obviously, like, so today actually was one of the more warmer days so far, and like all of a sudden all the bees and mosquitoes are back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the stuff I was just talking about?
It brings out the big bucks.
Did you hear about the mosquito thing?
What were you saying?
Did you hear about the Michigan? Did you hear about the Michigan mosquitoes?
No.
You just have to Google it, dude. There's like some deadly mosquito virus in Michigan only. That's like got a 33% death rate. No joke.
That's
like
insane.
there's like 30 horses infected with this thing and 2 deer, and there's 1 confirmed human case. And if you get it, you have a 33% chance of dying.
What in the hell? When did this all come about?
I don't know. Like a week ago, I was like, what do you mean? This has got to be a joke. Like, this really is the year of Jumanji, man. It's nuts.
Wow, 2020. It's been the best fishing and hunting season I've ever had in my life, but everything else, it seems like the world's crumbling around all of us.
Yeah, I'm just nose to the grindstone, dude, and getting in the woods. Like, turn the world off. Not interested, except for this mosquito thing. Because, dude, I hate mosquitoes, so like this is a problem for me. But they're not here in Wisconsin yet, so not that it's been recorded.
A lot of us that are hunters, we're in the swamp all the time, where the mosquitoes live. So it's definitely something that needs to be known. For sure. If you're in Michigan, like, dude, I don't know. I would be a little sketched out, actually. That's scarier than Sasquatch. I was planning on coming up there hunting next year, but I might actually rethink that decision.
Yeah, see how it goes. Pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'd like someone from Michigan to call in and weigh in on it. But dude, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate you bailing me out of drinking a beer by myself. Hopefully, are you drinking anything yet or no?
That's all right. I love talking to you, Eric. You're one of my favorite people in the world. So.
Yeah, well, I'm like, call me, come on. It's good.
Next time we'll talk about Chevy big blocks. I'll do my research for you. All right, Eric?
There we go, man. Chevy big blocks. All right. All right, dude. All right. Have a good night, man.
Hey, have a good night, man. Good podcast, brother.
Thanks.
Later.
There you have it. Chevy big blocks. And look, and if you haven't heard of the Outdoor, by the way, like, it's the Outdoor Drive podcast. So like, I thought for sure the Chevy big blocks was like the thing you was calling to say. All right, let's check out this Thug Life thing that I was going to do. I don't really
and on another platform, we like download it
of course,
and
there's an
upload
ad.
it to our, and
Hang on here. Let's skip the ad. Let's see how this goes. I think you guys can like hear
when somebody sends something in on another platform, we like download it and upload it to our
classic. I hit the ad again. All right, let's try this. Browser. There we go. So hopefully you can hear this. Skip ad. I think I skipped it again.
You can't what?
I can't swim.
How old are you?
6. Help him! He can't swim!
Let me learn. Everybody should swim. Just reach out in front of you and grab a handful of water. Pull it back towards you. Not too fast. That's the way I learned.
I did it, everyone! I did it!
Good.
Well, how will he get back?
Swim.
Well, he's not drowned.
Well, on you, Brooklyn.
I can't see.
I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Ah,